Pixel 6A, and U.S.K GOP F3 minus F2J.
You can have what it takes, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. You can have what it takes, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. You can have what it takes, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. You can have what it takes, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. You can have what it takes, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. You can have what it takes, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. You can have what it takes, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. I need some money. I need some money. I need some money. All right, welcome. I think we got that part straight. I need some money. I think everybody needs some money, right? But I'm first because it was my idea, okay? Welcome to the show, JP. And you've been here waiting, so that's cool. You get something free. People wait and get something sometime. Not all the time, but sometime. Welcome to the show. I need some money. I need some money. I need some money. I need some money. All right, the boss is gone, so we playing. The boss is gone. Don't be asking me no questions, all right? I said the boss is gone, and we're playing. Okay, so we coming to the table. Shattered by Corruption. This is a book that my friend Carrie Neighbors wrote. And Miss Legal Lily over there, we really didn't. We was working with not chewing up women's shoes and stuff. We didn't really get a chance to talk about the book that she got off the table. That's the coffee table had a book on it, and she thought it was, Well, here she comes. Hey, Lily, you see your book over here? She's looking at me. It's okay. It's all right. Come on. It's okay. Come up inside, everybody. She says, okay, that was a long time ago, and I got in trouble already with okay, can y'all just let stuff go? Okay, I'll let it go. I'm not showing it for that reason. I got a better one over there, and this is, I don't know where the other one is. I got another one somewhere. Okay, but this one, looked like, okay, Lily read it. That's what she told me. She told me, she told me that she read it, and she's a speed reader. She had long nails. Oh, Lord have mercy. She had a story. Okay, I'm too. But anyway, my friend Carrie Neighbors wrote this. It's a little bit, it's just a tad, teeny, tiny bit, like James Brown said, just a little something, a little smidgen. of what we went through, but she outlined some things in there pretty good to give you guys an idea of what. And there's a picture of us on the background when my kids went all in together, bought me a ticket to go and visit her when she was on her government vacation. Oh, here it is. I got another one. That one don't have any green in it, so it actually shows up better. This one I keep on the shelf up kind of high where if I have any friends that come over. Okay, so one of my friends, she never came over. Maybe that was the situation. I don't know. But, she told me that, if my dog Lily chews on any women's shoes, there's probably going to be a hit put out on her. And I thank my friend for sparing me. Okay. And then, I was just talking to my friend on the phone. Okay, she wasn't here. I was talking to her on the phone. And after we hung up, Lily was looking at me funny. So we had to have a talk. And I had told Lily, I said, around here, okay, we don't roll with limitations. We're all in. That's a wrap. And she looked at me like, what's that mean? Okay, so that means that if we're going to chew on stuff, okay, we're going to be chewing on some purses. I ain't got time to chew on those stinky shoes. Okay, them purses smell brand new for a long. Okay. So legal Lily advised me. I could tell when she get to legal Lily because she go get all serious. Advised me that, I probably shouldn't bring anybody around that, that she would have to chew on their purse. She was a little ahead of me. Okay, she was a little ahead of me. Okay, but I told her, I said, look, girlfriend, if we have to do that, we all in. So we're gonna be running for the rest of our life because it's gonna be a hit put out on us. So we're going in, we're going all in on, we're just going to do the purse and the shoes. I'm just, okay. None of my friends that watch this are going to come. But I have this book here. I thought those were teeth marks. This book here stays up on the shelf where people that I like would put their purse. I did say one purse, right? Hell yeah! All right. Welcome to the show today. Tonight we done playing. We might play a little more. You can have what it takes, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. You can have what it takes, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. You can have what it takes, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. You can have. Okay. You're biting now. We can't bite when we dance. I know. No, dude, you can't bite people while we dance. Okay? Because we're on TV right there. Okay? You can't be biting me. Stop licking me. You don't like that. Give me kisses right here. No licks. Give me kisses, no licks. Give me kisses. Psst, give me kisses. Give me kisses right here. No licks. No licks. That was an air lick. No licks. Give me kisses and no licks. Come on. Give me a kiss. Okay. No, you licked. That's good. Okay, you're done. You're fired. My dad said we should be able to be friends without licking. Okay. No. We might need to throw a little water on you so you don't burn out before we get done. We all on fire. We on fire when we're willing to do whatever the hell it takes. Okay? Well, you also on fire when you can't hire because you ain't got the money to pay these people to throw your ass under the bus. I tell you, you go throw your own ass under the bus. Okay, you don't have to pay somebody to throw you under the bus. Okay, let's get started on get these things lined up over here. Okay. So we updated the 42 U.S.C. package, and that's what we're talking about tonight. And anybody that invests in that package in first 2 weeks of this month, well, you know, we got another day left. End of the end of the month, trying to pay the stuff. Anybody that invests in this package before the end of the month will get a sweet deal, and you're going to have to call me for the deal because it won't be the one on it that you see on the thing. And if you invest before the month's over, before the end of, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, then I'm also going to throw in. I'm also going to throw in the fraudulent conveyance lawsuit package, which has the fraudulent conveyance and the less pendants and notice of fraudulent conveyance and notice less, and it also has the judicial notice fraudulent abuse that you used to cloud your own title. Huh? Can you do that? Can you cloud your own? No, you don't want to do these at the same time. Okay, and in Hawaii and Ohio, a couple of places they give you a hard time. You want to take in the fraudulent conveyance first and get it on the public record. Just put it on notice and where they keep the deed at or whatever. And then you want to follow up with the notice of less pendants. When you do that, the fraudulent conveyance is saying that you're claiming that your property is being stolen with shuffling of paperwork. That's and then you follow it up with the list pendants lien. So that's 2 liens. So what's the difference, Coach? Work with me here because we about to get to it. The difference is when you go in with fraudulent conveyance and the list pendants, okay, you just move yourself, your ass up, bam, to the number 1 lien holder spot. And can't nobody else down there jump ahead of you. Property tax, you ain't got to worry about beating them. All you got to do is jack up their program. You just got to jack up their next move. Jack up so they can't get to where they want to be. You ain't got to win. They paying the judge. Come on now, y'all keep up. So that's what we teach you how to do here. Stop the foreclosure process from moving forward. You only need to stop the next step. Okay, we start way more than that, but I'm just keeping it simple for the simple-minded people who spent their whole life believing that you can't do shit unless you hire an attorney and pay them a whole buttload of money, and then ain't nobody ever had an attorney help them with foreclosure anyway, because their buddies down the street are doing the same thing, and they're lying and helping them down the street. That's in my head. Okay, that's what I got in my head. Okay, so now you can stop the process from moving forward, stop them from the next step, stop the state court process. That's what I said at first, but nobody want to hear that. Cause how you gonna stop the state? How you gonna do? How you gonna? All right, you know what? I'm reading another book right here too. How to communicate effectively anywhere on a global scale, and it's teaching me how to. Yeah, you can see I got some punch. Yeah, we getting how to explain things so in a little different way. So we don't have to go in. We don't have to go and stop the court because nobody want. You don't stop the court. Nobody's ever done that. Because how you gonna do that? Well, you know what? If you add them, you add the state to your counterclaim, and you add the judge to the counterclaim, and you add all of them to, and then file it in the case. I think it'll be a situation. Around here, you're going to learn how to take control of your position. You're going to be able to get yourself in the right lane, and you're going to know how to take control. You're going to have to learn how to take control. This package helps you know how to step into their program, respond, which, okay, that's backwards. Interrupt the foreclosure process by using structured filings. Stuff that homeowners across the country are facing a process that moves forward whether they're ready or not. I mean, come on now. Leave a comment down there if you don't think I know what the hell I'm talking about. Pay an attorney. You pay your attorney. Shit still keeps moving forward. Get into bankruptcy. Pay them, pay the court, pay an attorney, show them all your money, all your assets, pull your pants all the way, whatever, okay, whatever. Maybe you just, okay, so this is getting ugly. It's getting ugly. You pay an attorney, it still moves forward. You file a bankruptcy, they screw with you for months, take your money, make higher payments, or they take your money in the bankruptcy court and then throw your shit back into foreclosure. And the attorney says, oh, sorry, the judge, I told the judge your ass ran out of money. Sorry, that wasn't in the telephone. When you run out of attorney money, attorney advice is to cash for keys. Llaves para dinero. Llaves para dinero. Give up. But don't damage the property. That's what the attorney tell you. Why they tell you that? Because if you hire a foreclosure attorney, in my opinion, okay, the attorney is already automatically going to get a cut of what they steal from your ass for throwing you under the bus to make both tires run off your ass in the end, in addition to what they took from you for the fake ass help. We teach you how to address that shit too. Add that attorney's ass, add them right as a plaintiff, just like you did the state, the judge, you added them all plaintiffs. That's what you do too. And then when you get done beating his ass or her ass or their asses down like that and force them to the settlement table over in federal court, okay, then you can go back after the same attorney, okay, for breach of contract, legal malpractice, and a bunch of other stuff. As long as you don't sign nothing. You ain't sign nothing. You ain't sign nothing except because you got arthritis. You can sign your name on a check with your. No, they ain't got arthritis too. We're gonna sign with our toes. Let's go. So and somebody tell me if y'all don't think I got this right. When you hire an attorney and you run out of attorney money, the attorney's advice is to take the cash for keys and don't damage the property. Well, I'll give you the check when I show up, when your ass is ready to roll out and I see the property ain't damaged. foreclosure is not a single event. It's the foreclosure not over because of the sale. It's not over because of the eviction. It's not over if you got evicted. The shit is only over if you give up and go sit your happy ass down. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. People telling me, oh, well, the Rooken-Feldman said that, to hell with that. They're misapplying that shit. What you need to go do is look up what the redemption period is in your state. Every state has a redemption period, even in judicial. Now, you got a redemption period. Okay. Every state has civil rights laws, foreclosure, wrongful foreclosure statutes on. Every state has those. Why do they have those if the judge can use the Rooken-Feldman and just throw your shit out? Because the judge already spent the money for, that's just my opinion. Okay. Okay, maybe I just need to move on. I need to move on. I'm just saying, that's my opinion. That's why a judge don't give up until you do what we teach you how to do or her, because then they all start visualizing their shared liability. And you only need one. I used the wrong finger. My granddaughter gives me a hard time. You know what I mean? I'm using a finger. I think that one. Okay, sorry. The foreclosure is not a single, it's a sequence that continues step by step unless something interrupts it. Most people don't understand how the process works until it has already moved pretty far down the road. Most people take a beating, okay? And then it's really hard for them to believe that you have a chance. Have a chance, how much? Whatever. How much money are you going to lose when they come throw your shit in the yard? Okay, I'm just saying. I have people telling me that shit. Okay, try this. What's your other option? Tell me what your next option is. You got to have at least 3 options, okay? And they all need to be like, okay, let's go with 2. What's your other option? You got a $500 lawsuit package. In the product page, we have comments at the bottom of the product page from people that have used our stuff and are happy and still, but people still don't know how many wins, no, dude, there's no wins. Okay, and attorneys will say this too. Oh, what's your case? This case, they know that there ain't no cases. Okay, when you beat them down and make them go sit their happy asses down, they ask you to sign non-disclosure statement, the NOD, non-disclosure statement. And besides, how are they going to win anyway? You just added all of the state players to their own administrative bullshit by adding them as plaintiffs to the counterclaim. Did your attorney that you paid and took your money and told you to sell and get the keys, give up the cash for a key, did she tell you that you could do what we're saying now? Yo pienso no. Yo pienso su pinche avocado necesitas ganar su dinero no más. Okay? I think they just wanted to get your money, and that was all. If they wanted to help you, maybe, just maybe, they be telling your ass to do some of the shit I'm telling you to do. Oh, no. I got an attorney ass. He's trying to tell me he's a prosecutor. He's been trolling me. I know he cantor injury law asshole over there, the same dude that shut my website down. He's whining now because he can't take the punches that he's getting delivered to his face. And so I invited him to come to the live stream. I want to have a workshop for criminal shit, and I want to teach people how to crush the criminal process. I don't give a shit where you are in it. And I invited that butthead to come to so he, I'm assuming it's he, because he said he ain't giving me his personal information or whatever. Okay, but he can stand over there and talk shit. Okay, so I'm just extending an invitation to him or her, or maybe it's Cantor's mom. I don't care. Okay, it could be his grandma, and if she drives it into paint, I know you ain't. Okay, so I don't care. I invited him to come to the live stream and listen to how I tell people, and this is, well, he's going to come to this one too. He might even be here right now. Show your ass, Cantor, if you're here. Let's go. So people can see you here. Because I know you can be here as long as you don't make a comment. Nobody knows you're here. And you can hide out or whatever, which is fine too, because you're a coward ass and I don't expect you to show up. But if you do, then that'd be great. Okay, so I want to have a workshop where I can teach people how to use the suit prosecutor package. And I want his ass to show up and let me know how he would smash my people using the stuff that I got. And then I'll rebut his shit. He can rebut my shit. And then we'll let everybody that's in the workshop decide which way they want to go. And to make it fair, okay, because I know their ass ain't worried about fair or none of that shit. But I want to make it fair because I want to beat your ass anyway. And I'm going to make it fair. So to make it fair, you show up at the workshop and I'll split the investments that everybody made to come to the workshop with you. Okay, I'm gonna split it with you. I know you can use a little extra money because I got like 37, 38 videos of people that I'm sure some of them are calling you, asking you to show, your license. That license to practice law that you said that you had. The one that asked you to text to me so that I can show it to everybody. So right before I kiss your ass with clothes. And you didn't. So, you could come to the workshop and then you could let everybody know, because before this is over with, I'm thinking I'm going to get we're going to be doing something together anyway before this is over with. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so what we do, we create a serious problem. Many people believe that their only option is to wait, to react, to believe these lying fools over here who lie when their mouth moves. Or rely on somebody else. As a result, they stay inside the process that continues forward without resistance, without deadlines passed, court decisions are made, their options, their position is never clearly placed on the public record, and in a way that forces a response. It's not placed on the record in any kind of way that forces the system is designed. This system is designed to change that. It's designed to change that. Instead of waiting, it gives you a structured step by step early in the program. Respond with a purpose. With a punch in the face. And our response and punch in the face is stopping the state court process by using a counterclaim strategy, adding the state, the judge, the attorney, whoever the hell else is trying to steal your shit, right to the counterclaim for $500 million and file that shit in their case without filing fees, without asking for leave of court, without serving everybody. I don't know why the attorney didn't tell you could do that. Can you do that, coach? Let's go. Can you do that? So when you respond with organized lawsuit documents, the process no longer moves forward the same way. It must deal with what you filed. Remember, we ain't trying to win. We just want to stop the ass from getting to the next step. That's where the pressure is created. That's where their movement slows down. It slows down. It slows down. You're forcing them to visualize their shared liability. You only need one asshole that want to check out. Especially when you come with the RICO. When you come with the RICO, Pico, it's el problemo. It's a problem because all those other players are getting paid by the same RICO corporation. So they're all guilty through conspiracy, even if they didn't actually know exactly. It don't matter. It don't matter. What this package helps you do some simple shit. Okay, because I ain't that smart. I'm not that smart. So we just gonna keep it simple. Step in and respond. By crushing their shit, adding them to their own stuff. I don't know. Can somebody come up with something smoother than that? I'm just saying. I'm not trying to break my arm, pat myself on the back. Oh, I got a back patter. Actually, that's a thing that holds my computer thing. I just improvised that shit and threw it on the table because when you're willing to do whatever it takes, you ain't got to worry about playing around. Step in and respond by crushing the state court process, stopping it. They can't litigate a case. They're a party too. They can't represent themselves. They can't, I don't know. That's what I learned when I was locked up in the mental institution when they said I was crazy. They said I was crazy a whole bunch of times. I think they probably still. Oh, and then you interrupt the process. Interrupt the process. See, this is the thing right here. And people, I have people in Florida at HOA, they're still in the house. They interrupted the process, but they don't believe in it. They don't believe in what we're doing, but they did interrupt the process by throwing some information on the table. Oh, you interrupt the process, and now they're guessing. This ain't smooth. This ain't looking good. This is bad. If other people find out, that's what is the shit right there. Okay, if other people find out, oh, now you see why my video is so badass. You know, you see why Cantor Law over here begging me, why are you saying all these things? Well, well, I'm saying them not because you did that shit to my website. Okay, I don't care about that. That's past. I'm looking forward. I did that, and I'm doing that. I'm doing this. I'm doing all of that to show your buddies, what's gonna happen to their ass when they step up and hack my website too. I'm gonna figure it out. And then you're gonna get to know me. And it's not on the side that you like. And I already know that. I know y'all ass coming back. Bring it. Because I don't give a crap. I'm thinking that the program that I got teaching people that y'all ass don't have a license, Cantor Injury Law out of St. Louis, do not have a license. Swear versus Board of Examiners said no state can license practical law. So, call their ass, ask them to text you a picture of you. Tell them Coach Neighbors. Yeah, I gotta settle down. I'm getting a little worked up. All right. I ain't never had an attorney ass and narcissistic butthead come to. Well, no, I did. I did have Vitaly come and try to whine to everybody, and everybody got to smash him in the face. But this person ain't coming to nowhere. And then they told me they're a prosecutor. I'm like, dude, you ain't no damn prosecutor, okay? You whine for 2 weeks. I seen your shit. I didn't answer. I just let you dig your hole. Oh, coach, why are you saying you don't have a license? We don't have a license. I've had a license for 30 years. And, I need to explain it to you, I'm like, no, I don't need nobody explaining nothing to me. I'm not that smart. Text me a picture of your damn license that you got to practice law. I ain't talking about the bar card. Okay, so, and I've been asking for that for a while, and I ain't got it yet. So we interrupt the process, slow down the timeline, force a response, and with the new package that we got objecting to the judge's shit, bam, it's just fire off the chain. Take control of your case. This package is not just information. Okay, it's a complete filing system that backs these fools in the corner. Okay, first off, you got your 42 U.S.C. 1983 RICO counterclaim. The counterclaim that you just add them all to. That's just part of it. Then you got your 42 U.S.C. 1983 foreclosure lawsuit. That's the one you file in federal court. They both have federal case law because before we figured out how to add those fools to their own shit, we use federal case law to stop the state court process and federal acts because they can't respond to federal case law or they can't respond to federal acts because federal acts are criminal. That's how you bring the criminal liability to table for these fools. They can't respond to federal case law with statutes and codes because statutes and codes are not valid laws. They don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. They don't have the three elements. Oh, but coach, no, but coach my ass. But coach ain't following shit from the state level because it stinks. And that's where the bullshit started in my case. A lot of cases, that's where it starts. Because the state people are running around doing all this stuff and then calling the feds in. And then, when they show the budget, they don't have none of that shit in the budget. Oh, they don't. They don't have none of that shit in the budget. They don't even have look. Pull your city budget shit up and look. They don't even have in the budget the cost that they're spending to house all those inmates in the jail and provide medical, dental, and all that. That's not in the budget. Where the hell is that in the budget? I looked. Okay. You got your notice of default because they're not going to be able to respond to anything. We don't really worry about that because once we jam them up, we take the whole. But you might want to build a nicer docket to take over with you to show why. Then we got a notice of recusal just in case you want to go back and smack them in the face some more. And then we have the fraudulent conveyance, notice of fraudulent conveyance, notice of less pendants. And this is new. We added the eviction counterclaim in this puppy dog. Okay, so excuse me. If you've been evicted or facing the eviction process already, then here's the counterclaim that you got. So you can do the eviction counterclaim, stop the state court. Usually it's municipal court or lower court. That court don't have judicial authority to do anything, and it's not real. So you're filing stuff to show that they didn't respond to nothing when you're taking that stuff with you over there. That's what you're doing. Okay, you ain't in this program. We ain't litigating nothing on the state level. Okay, because it's all bullshit. All bullshit. All we're doing is stopping that shit and hopping your ass over to federal court. Now, federal court's bullshit too. It is. But you want to make sure if you do this right, they'll see the bullshit you're bringing. It's a lot of bullshit tonight. They'll see the bullshit you're bringing. No. They'll see it, and they'll know that you're bringing real fire. And you're not getting just one document. As you've seen, you're getting a full system set designed to work together with each other. You're getting a full set system designed to stop the system, no matter where you are in it. Remember? You step in it, and you do your punches from inside. That's what we're doing. We're doing your punch. So you can't expect when can I win? How many losses? No. The goal is to stop the system, then get your deed out their office. Okay, that's the goal. Stop the system, get your deed out their office. That's the goal. Now you can add something to that after that if you want. That's up to you. But that's stop the system, get your deed out of their office. Stop the system, get your deed out of their office. If your deed was not registered in their office, would they be able to verify that there was a mortgage lien against your property? I don't know. I know that the state property transfer statutes mandate that your deed's supposed to be delivered to you, and it's not. They registered it without your permission, and that's real estate deed fraud. And once your deed was registered, that allowed the first illegal lien to be put on your property. Now, I'm not that smart, but y'all work with me here. The first illegal lien was put on your property. Now, okay, Coach, what are you talking about? Think about it this way. The mortgage lien was the first illegal lien. The mortgage lien was the first illegal lien put on your property. And it was because the fact that they accepted the signatures from y'all happy asses shows that you own that shit already, or somebody else would have to be present to sign, right? Oh, wait, let's take it a step further. Did the lender sign when you sat down at the table? No. The lender didn't sign. Nobody signed for the lender. The lender, no, you're the only one that is unilateral contract. Oh, wait, they stamp pay to the order of on it, and then a bank vice president or Linda Green or somebody signed that shit after you left the table behind your back. That's called, I know, some security fraud, something. And then they turned it into a security and processor through the Federal Reserve for electronic credits. Now, Modern Money Mechanics said that they got 9 times the amount that went into a demand deposit account. 9 times. And then they took it back from the last person. They took the payments from the last person, took your payments, and they want to take it back from 9, 10, 11. Damn, I can't keep up. Okay, hang on a second. I gotta let my dog out. We back. So each document is structured so that you can personalize it by filling in the placeholders with the facts that's showing in the placeholders. You don't need to add your shit to it. You don't need your stuff. Your stuff's not unique. You don't need to add nothing. You cannot add any of that junk that you were working with on their conventional side of the shit to what we're doing. If you do, you're going to open up the door for arguing, and then they're going to start making you jump through hoops, and they're going to hoop your ass right out the back door. Okay? I'm just telling you. Everybody's stuff is the same because you're addressing the due process violation. The fact that you're not in a judicial court and they're faking you out, and they have you in administrative court where they make the rules up themselves at each location. All the attorneys know that, and they help them make the rules, and then they throw your ass on the bus because they don't tell you none of that stuff before they take your money and drag you. Oh, the judge, no, they're already had that shit. All you got to do is fill in the placeholders. People who make it complicated are coaching yourselves, and you're just going to end up with your shit thrown out in the yard. I'm just going to throw it on the table because that's where we're at. People calling me at 6 o'clock in the morning that didn't do what I told them to do because they think they did, I don't know what the hell they think. What most people know about the legal system is total shit. I'm just saying. Well, I knew about it was too until I got my face beat in a whole bunch of times and shipped all over the place and spent quite a many months in the mental institution. But I don't know. Maybe I am crazy, but they ain't kicking my ass. They can bring it. I don't care. I got my packet of shit ready. They want to haul me into jail. I'm gonna set up shop, and I'm not gonna have to worry about commissary or nothing. So I'm gonna set up shop. I'm gonna have people shopping on Amazon for my. Let's go. I know these fools don't think I'm kidding. So this new system allows you to crush the state court process by adding them to their own action in the counterclaim strategy. Did your attorney tell you you could do that? In this program, you stay organized, apply pressure at points in the process. Timing is critical. Foreclosure moves in stages. When no one responds, it continues without interruption. When structured filings are introduced, the court must respond. If you get it right, stick it in there. That changes the direction of the case. That changes direction of the case. And you know what? Here's something y'all ass need to remember. Any judge that makes a decision against you is open to be sued. You can do a supplemental pleading and add them to the same action. Because I'm telling you right now, the judge is not going to leave a finding of facts and a conclusions of law on any decisions that they make, because they're not in an administrative court. I mean, they're not in a judicial court. They're in an administrative court, so they do whatever they want. Okay, so if the judge don't leave a finding of facts and the conclusions of law with the ruling, then you just got jacked. You have nothing to appeal. You can't appeal a damn thing without a finding of facts and the conclusions of law. So you in an administrative court, but they want you to think they're in judicial court. Oh, well, why don't we hold them to the judicial court rules and then sue their ass for due process violation? How about that? Yeah, we got several ways to get this shit done, okay? If you got to face this shit, y'all just call me, okay? We got several, Waiting limits your options, okay? Waiting limits your options. What happens if you do nothing is simple. The process continues, deadlines pass, your position is never fully presented. Most people wait until the final stage. Then the process has already moved forward without them. That's the knock on the door, but it's a lot louder than that. And then when you look out the window, you got these sheriff's officers running all around your house, in your garage, making you get the hell off of the property that's yours. This is why acting early matters. The demand for this approach already exists. Homeowners are searching for ways to respond before the foreclosure shit moves in. Families are trying to protect elderly parents' home. I have people in the program protecting their church. The one that's supposed to be exempt because they turned into an LLC or nonprofit or whatever. Okay, and then what happened? What happened is when the government decided they need money from you, okay, they're gonna make you hire it. They won't let you go to court and represent your own LLC. People go, oh, what are you gonna do? Chunk that shit out the window. The LLC crap ain't helping you because it's helping them steal your property. So I don't understand where the confusion comes in. Chunk that shit out the window, go represent your building and your church and your people or your parents' homes. Preventing loss through tax-related foreclosure. We do all kind of shit. We do all kind of shit here. We teach you how to get it done. And these are real situations every day, every day people face every day. This package gives you a way to reply to them. The options are clear. You remain inside the process that continues moving forward without you, or or you step up and respond with structured document design to interrupt the movement, to interrupt the process. Process. This structure is designed to force them to visualize shared liability and to force them to visualize the fact that if this gets on the record, other people are going to find out. Their neighbors are going to find out. Their friends are going to find out that they all got screwed. Our goal, we ain't trying to have no trial and all that shit. Are you kidding me right now? We ain't even trying to go to court. We want to demand that the judge orders selling them to the settlement conference. You want to demand the judge order their ass to the settlement conference when you get to federal court. Why? Because they couldn't respond to nothing that you did in state court. You whooped their ass. They couldn't respond. They can't. They can't respond when you added their asses to their own shit, whatever. And then the counterclaim, they didn't respond to the counterclaim. All right, so you brought the whole thing over here to federal court, and they still can't respond to a damn thing that you're doing. Bam. Not without a federal bar card. I haven't had a federal attorney step up one time. That's a one finger. One time that I know about since I've been helping people do this, have I had a federal attorney step up to help some. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because what we bring to the table is the fact jack. I go, well, what? How they going to argue? Attorneys can't do shit unless they convince you to start arguing with them. You can go and check the YouTube channel, the comments about 2 weeks ago is when this asshole started this shit. And I beat his ass around pretty good. I ain't got time to argue, dude. Arguing is with people who either don't know shit or people who don't know shit. I don't have to argue. And it don't help. So this program been beefed up, and anybody that gets it in the next several days, that make your investment gonna get some extra stuff. Yeah, you're gonna get some extra stuff, and I appreciate a video review. Our video reviews are on our video review playlist on our YouTube channel, and the instructional videos are on the instructional video playlist, and the YouTube channel is set up for people to do research on. So you can go and search jamming up the judge, search prosecutor, foreclosure, or eviction process, and you can see all the videos. Now we have a lot of shorts. There are videos that are longer that you can pick to look at to have more information on them if you don't like it. We use the shorts because we have trouble advertising, and we use those shorts to advertise, and there's usually a link in all of those shorts. So whatever's talking about, there's a link in there. You click on that link, it'll take you to a product page. Bam! That's how we do it. Okay, JP was here first today. He was waiting when I got here. So we're gonna JP, you send me an email and let me know that you were first. And I'm gonna hook you up with some fire, because that's what I do around here. Oh yeah, you know about the fire. Yeah, Rosa's here watching our show. Okay, Rosa, you should call me, girlfriend, because we got more stuff on the table, and since we learned how to not have to use all of those documents to stop the state court process. Okay, so now we have core documents for like $149. You could get the core document for whatever it is that you need for $149. The supporting documents are $75. and we're just kind of restructuring things so that people who don't have as much money left or gave too much money to these tiny before they found they have an option, and it helps me get some income going in here. Okay, when people can invest in what they need and not have to come to the table for $500. Okay, but we still have that for the people who want the real fire and to be able to play and have fun. That's how we got it set up. And then we got other documents you can use to protect your property. The fraudulent conveyance and the fraudulent and less pendants are pretty badass because people are using those to protect your property. Even once you place that shit on the public record, the fraudulent conveyance and the less pendants, the people, if they got your property, okay, they're not going to be able to register or as a rental or sell it. They're going to have a freaking situation. Now, and that situation right there, what I suggest is that everybody who owns property invest in the fraudulent conveyance lawsuit package and put that shit on the public record. Let them know that you think the mortgage lender is trying to steal your shit with the shuffling of paperwork, and make them have to. No, there ain't no mortgage lenders. All the attorneys doing this shit. Okay, but what happens is, number one, nobody's going to want to mess with your property. Okay, you cloud the title. Nobody's going. Okay, their program works. And they got to hurry up. That's why they do the check down, move your ass down to municipal court or the justice court that don't have any judicial authority to be making any decisions on your property in the first place. Do all that stuff because they're in a hurry. They ain't got time to go through the other fake court over there. So they got to rush around. The state got to help them get your ass out and get the new people in so they all can make money. So see, now we're back to slowing the program up, jamming their asses up. You don't have to win. And this is how I did boxing. I ain't trying to knock nobody out. Shit. I had way too much work in running 5 miles, and my coach had me chasing rabbits in the field line. Way too much work to knock somebody out. No, I want to make them suffer. I want to make them suffer. That's how I roll. I want to make them suffer. I ain't in no hurry. I want to make them suffer. Okay, because when they suffer, there ain't no appeal. Don't want no more. Okay, they ain't coming back to screw with you again. And their buddies see. Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. I gotta let my dog back in. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. JP was laughing earlier. I was talking about, my best friend wrote this book. Gary Neighbor, well, and then my dog Lily, she got it off the coffee table and chewed it up. This was in the first, first like week or so she was here, but this is the new book, and she hasn't chewed it up yet. But we don't leave it on the coffee table. But she's learning, and neither one of us ended up in the freezer yet. So that's a good thing. She's pretty smart. She knows I like juicy juice and whatever the hell else I put in it. So, I could be in the freezer. Free My Popro Soul channel. Welcome to the stream tonight, and thank you for the fire. There's, you just get the one you can afford. Okay. Get the one you can afford. Now, the package that we're talking about tonight is like 500 and something, 525 or something. But that package is on sale tonight, and it comes with other package that you need to cloud your title with. So it's on sale for 300. Okay, the package is on sale for 300. It's on sale for 300 until the first of the month. So, but if you want, you'll have to call me 913-240-0. There it goes right there, 000. And then I can send you the cash out thing, and you can just cash out me, and then I'll email you over. The fire, and I'll throw in. Well, it has a bar card in it. I did it already, so I just went over the thing. But it don't have the other stuff that I'm going to throw in extra, where you can cloud your title. And I like so when you cloud the title, usually 4 months for a close. When you cloud the title, it stops them from making money on it. It's a problem. It's not your problem. So you can go to the website. That's the 42 U.S.C. 1983 package. That's the one we're talking about tonight. And then we have the premium package, which is the foreclosure defense package, and the difference in that package is $1,500. It's on sale for $1,200. The difference between the two. The 42 U.S.C. 1983 package addresses the due process violation, and it also addresses the federal acts, which is how you bring criminal liability to the table. Now, the premium package addresses the same thing, but it also addresses the real estate deed fraud, the mortgage fraud. It addresses the path that all of that shit took that they don't want to talk about. People used to say, show me the note, or whatever. Now, this is similar to that. Okay, so what you're saying in the premium package, in the foreclosure document in the premium package, is that in addition to the 42 U.S.C. and all the stuff over here, because all that's in it, you're saying also that their real estate deed fraud exists, and that there are 6 things missing from the contract that the attorneys filed or will be filing or are using, and because in non-judicial they don't really, there are 6 things missing from that contract that you and the lender agreed to. Now, this puts the attorneys. Now, okay, so let me tell you, I can remember a couple of the 6 things, okay? And if I could remember all of them, I wouldn't tell you all of them. You have to I can only tell you. All right, work with me here, because if you know what the hell's up, you'll understand how powerful the other things that I don't mention are. All right, so time for a commercial break. Okay, the 6 things you're saying are missing. We're gonna go over 2. One is you're saying that you and the lender agreed that the deal would be done according to the GAAP accounting principles. Bam! You know, the GAAP accounting principles are the federal banking laws that they're supposed to follow. They can't say they did because they didn't. They can't say they didn't do it because then they'd be admitting that they violated federal laws, and it was, it could be. Oh, I don't think they want to talk about that. Do you? All right, let's go one more. Okay. So you also agreed, you and the lender agreed in the 6 stipulations that's missing from the shit they're bringing to the team. They start lying. So the first liar don't have a chance. I'm just saying. Okay, so you and the lender agreed that the borrower would be repaid. That's some genius shit right there. I ain't even. Wait a minute. Oops, I hit the back. I got it. Oh, pat myself on the back on that puppy dog. You and the lender agreed in the contract that shit that's missing, that the borrower would be repaid. Okay. Now, a little, not at the top of the show, but a little up, we talked about who is the remember, your signature was the only one on the document until you left. Okay, after you left, it don't matter what they did. Okay, and this is why I tell people all that shit and all that why and what, none of that matters unless you want to start swimming in the middle of their cesspool and try to swim your ass back to the shore. I don't like getting my shoes stinky because I don't like having to smell that. I'm just saying. So, now you're saying that, the borrower is you because the actual alleged electronic credits, according to money mechanics, was generated by your damn signature. So they should be paying you back. The 9 times, I guess. I don't know. I never looked. Oh, it's getting hot. I use that finger to fan. I use that excuse for my granddaughter too. She was one day, and I told her it was getting kind of hot. It was getting hot in the kitchen. Okay, so those are just 2 of the 6 things. I don't know of anybody that invested in the premium package that had to go to court. They had to do all of that shit if they did this the right way. I don't know of anybody that had to, if they did it the way that, and understood it so that there wasn't arguing, because there's no arguing. There ain't no arguing when you use my stuff in state court. Bullshit. There ain't no arguing. There ain't no arguing because none of them, including the judge, I said it, including the state court judge, none of them can respond to federal case law and federal acts. Bam, that's a wrap. Somebody call me telling me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about right now. Okay, I'm telling you. If that was the case, it wouldn't be a difference between federal and state, would there? Well, there actually ain't. They're both bullshit. Okay, let's let that point sit there a little longer before we have to check down and split them up. Okay, because what I said the most important thing that you people need to remember, you can kick any judge's ass. Who can tell me what I said earlier that will allow you to kick any judge's ass? Who can tell me? What is the judge not? The judge ain't going to provide something. The judge is not going to provide something. Any judge, I don't give a shit what judge. Judge not going to provide something. Okay, appeal. The hell with that. Okay, so I grew up in the hood. Okay, they put a hit on me. We're gonna do a hit on them. I'm not gonna go appeal. I'm not gonna take their punches, their bullets, or whatever, and then go appeal. What I'll just ask them next time to be more accurate. Okay, sorry. I'm getting a little worked up. People don't realize the power that you have. And some people don't realize that the power that you have came from the real-time feedback from all the people that have been helping me kick these people's ass. Okay? So those people are coaching themselves. And that usually doesn't end very well because the people that start coaching. Now, there are a few badasses, like the little ice man. He's a badass, and Nikki, and there's more than we know, but a lot of them don't realize how hard they punched them. They don't realize the effect of the punches. Now, some people do, and then they go chill and enjoy it, especially in criminal. Some people do enjoy the prosecutors, and then they don't hop the ass over to federal court and do what they're supposed to be doing. They're enjoying it or whatever, and it's stupid. Okay, because you wouldn't be enjoying that if we wasn't on the program. When you get your ass off the program, you're going to be hanging out in the wind. Mm-hmm. And then those people over there that you saw struggling and whatever, they're going to get your ass back. This is why it's good to get the shit right the first time, so you don't have to worry about them wanting to get your ass back. Mm-hmm. That's what happens when they have to tap out. Just don't get your ass back. I don't think, but they can come back if they want to. Because when you roll and you're willing to do whatever the hell it takes, then none of that shit matters. I'm just saying, when you roll and you're willing to do whatever it takes, none of that shit matters, because you'll figure it out. I was helping some Mexican people when they had me locked up the first time. I had 4 people get out. Yep. And the fourth person came back and said, the prosecutor knew what I was going to say. I was like, what? Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, let's walk through how you. So we go in there, they take your chains, I take your stuff and put it on the table there, take your chains off, put you, I know this part very, very well. And they put you in there, in the cage there, and then they take all the paper, they collect up all that shit off the table. Like, I never thought about that before. They collect all that shit up off the table, and then they go in the other room and they scan that shit in and send it up to the prosecutor. Oh, I never thought about them. Yeah. So by the time your ass step up to talk, they already know what the hell you're going to say. They already got their plan. Oh, and my friend was like, oh, grande. No. Más despacio, amigos. Más despacio. Just slow down just a little bit. So let's just think about this for a second. Okay, here we go. I got it. That didn't take long. So this is what we did. I tell them, take what you want to read in court to defend yourself. That I taught you what you needed to be saying. put that shit in envelope, seal it up, put the jail return address on it, put your address on Mexico, wherever the hell, Siberia or Mars or wherever the hell it is you live. Put that shit on there and put a stamp on it. One stamp. And now it's U.S. mail, and they can't open it. Yeah, that dude got to go home. And then they was really mad, and they rushed me out of there to the mental institution. They said I was mentally ill, and they were sending me back with a forced medication order. They sent me back with a forced medication order. That I found out was fake after I got out, and that their whole game plan was to try and get, and they paid people commissary to try to pick a fight with me so I would lose my temper and beat their, because they knew I studied martial arts for years. They knew I boxed. They knew I played football when I was young. It was a long ass time ago, but but anyway, but they'll understand that when you're a badass, you learn how to be disciplined, or if your dad's a Marine, okay? Because I guess there are some badasses that, like Tiger Woods, that got in trouble wrecking his car again, drinking and driving. No, but you learn if you got any sense. If you're a winner, you see what you have, you see where you need to be. And then you just do whatever it takes to get that shit in the middle done. That's I'm just saying. Hey, Justin, welcome to the show, buddy. And we need to talk a little bit so we can get you overall, get you off the road. Going down up the side of the mountain, off the road, off the beaten path, up the side of the mountain. Damn, I got a nail missing over here too. I know these people. I'm thinking, I need to get my nails done for my granddaughter. See that shit, she's gonna be jelling me up again. Tell me how bad my nails look. Oh, okay. That's my friend, and I don't have a very sincere name, but that's my friend, and she just texted me to let me know she was watching the program. All right, then, Rosa, look at you go. I think her name, or maybe it's Karen, Rosa May, Rosa Sue. All right, look at you go. Very, very nice. Okay, so you need to call me so we can get, you need to get the fraudulent conveyance lawsuit package and cloud your title, because they'll be back. Maybe. Well, I don't know. You be oh, okay. But anyway, so you can have peace of mind. Cloud your title. And then, once you get your title clouded, then you need to move forward on making them deliver your title to you. And so we have a couple of people that are in that position. That's a good way to look at it, in that position. So we might have a workshop. I need to get at least like 5, but we might have it with 3. So if we get one more, because we around here, we're gonna keep up. The goal is to get your deed out of their office. Okay, until you get your deed delivered, like the statute that they're supposed to follow says that then you're still okay. So your pants aren't down, but you're just not where you need to be. You're not where you need to be. I was going to say where you could be. No, I just go, you're not where you need to be, because the law says they're supposed to deliver your deed to your house. they do what they call their constructive registration. And when I was helping my friend Julie in Sedona, Arizona, I had to look up every word and know, because I already knew, which was pretty badass, because I like hanging out with people smarter than me, because I don't have a problem being wrong if I'm wrong. Okay, but we can't be like rolling with limitations. Okay, and so I knew she was going to ask, and she did. Constructive registration. That means that when they registered your property, everything about that property before it was registered is never going to be talked about again, ever. Shunned, shut, shit. Okay, now we'll leave the shun out, because that's we don't need that with. Okay, but anyway, not talked about. That's what I mean. It's not ever going to be brought up by any of the people anywhere. And so people are like, well, what the hell are you talking about, Coach? Come on now, keep up with me. Before your property was registered, it was private property. It was your private property. Oh, but the problem is in the Constitution, not once, but twice. In two different places, not once, but twice, I guess, like I said, it says that your private property is not to be taxed. So when they do their illegal registration to be able to attach the fake deed to that shit, whatever, I don't know how they do it. We already established that you owned it already, and the lien was fake because you were the only person that signed, and you just signed it over to them, basically. I mean, that's how I see it in my head. Fake rich, and so constructive registration means they're not talking about none of that. They're only going to talk about this new stuff over here. Constructive registration. And then, I used to say the sole reason for registration was for property tax. Because once they get your property reclassified, that's what they call it, reclassification, then they start the property tax zone and coding and whatever. And usually the reclassifications are, well, we'll just put, I won't say usually, the basic three that are agricultural, residential, and commercial. And residential is property of a government official. Okay, but the city of Lawrence told me they have 13 classifications. Oh, Lord have mercy. Are you kidding me right now? 13? Oh, hell no. No, I know what you're thinking. Oh, hell no. Oh, no, I did not go look. Okay, I did not go look at their 13 classifications because, well, the situation we were at when they were trying to give my friend Carrie a hard time with her Airbnbs, and I ain't having nobody give her shit anyway. So it wasn't about that. But I'm like 13. Of course, my friend said, well, why don't you know? Because I will get stuck over I will get stuck over there and be trying to shove that shit back up in. Okay, never mind. Let's I'm calling a timeout. I'm calling a timeout, but not a tap out. Okay, a timeout. There's a little difference. Okay, I just need to regroup. 13 classifications. Okay, and we have people that have used the property tax package and just scared them to go sit down, and they haven't gotten the tax bill in a couple of years. And I'm a coach all the time. Okay, so except for when I've learned to try not to be a coach if I'm on a date or something. Okay, so I'm a coach all the time. So, we're always looking at things from that perspective. Okay. The property tax situation started after they started all that other stuff. Okay, but we're going to back up to the beginning of the situation and the due process violation. Registering you're the only one that signed. If there was anybody else on the property, then they would have had to be there to sign. So the fact that they accepted your signature proved that you was the owner of the property already, and all of that stuff that they done was fraudulent. It's fraudulently concealed. Fraudulent concealment is a federal legal doctrine that tolls the statute of limitations. Bam! We use it as a cause of action. We use it as a cause of action. And we don't have to because we already added them to their own stuff, whatever. But when you get over the federal court, they ain't trying to play around. Okay, so I try. Oh no, you can't do that, dude. It's done. And I already know how you guys roll. Okay, I know how attorneys roll. I've had 17 attorneys throughout my journey. Cuando yo tengo miedo. Cuando tienes miedo es un problema. You tienes miedo, gano un abogado es un problema. Okay. I've had 17 attorneys. Okay. And I have learned to do the opposite of what they said. That's how I got out. I do the opposite because they're going to lie. Their shit starts in the administrative crap already. It can't never be cleaned up. And that's why people go, oh, because, dude, stop worrying. They can't clean it up. No. I've been listening to people learning stuff, helping people doing this stuff. All of these people bring all these things to the table. And we've put together a program that we have. They can't clean it up. So you need to figure out where it stinks at and stick that right in their face. I'm going to tell you, one of the smoothest, I think it's the smoothest lawsuit package that I have on my website. Nobody knows about it. Excuse me. 2 people know about it because they've been to the workshop. The smoothest lawsuit package that I got on my website to protect your property with, in my head, is a judicial notice lawsuit package. The judicial notice lawsuit package. Oh, that's bad. That's bad ass. And okay, so let me take a commercial break. A tea break. The judicial lawsuit package. Okay. Judicial notice lawsuit package. I think that's the whole title of it. So what the hell is that, Coach? Oh. So I think about this shit while I'm sleeping. I ain't lying. I wake up in the middle of the night. Judicial. Okay, so we already talked about filing the fraudulent conveyance notice, the notice of fraudulent conveyance, and the notice of, Then we figured out how to do the judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance and judicial notice of less pittance, where you're actually filing that document in the case. Okay, that was totally chain off the wall badass. Because having it way over there ain't helping you because they're all trying to ignore it. Bam, you got it, Okay, so what is a judicial notice stuff? Well, judicial notice is a document that you provide to the court to inform the court of undisputed administrative facts. Undisputed administrative facts. Or undisputed judicial facts. Oh, you with me? Come on now. Stay with me. Undisputed judicial facts. Oh, but we're in administrative court. They trick your asses in thinking you're in a judicial court and you're in administrative court. So, thanks to the book here. Thanks to the book here. So why don't we just jam their asses up with the judicial rules? Since they're faking us out that they're in it. That's what we're doing. I never thought to put it that way. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, wait a minute. If all of the judicial stuff that we did is that badass, why ain't we using it? How do we use it? How can, okay, well, if you file a judicial notice in a judicial case, the court is supposed to take notice of that shit and do something. And if it's undisputed, the court should make a decision based off of undisputed facts. Bam! Oh, but no, we're not doing that yet, but we about to help some people learn how to do that. So all those judicial notices that you filed, you placed in the case, you placed over there to slow them down or whatever, now you can crush their ass for not responding and stopping that shit. Oh, so all we needed to do was add the lawsuit, a substantive due process violation, because they didn't respond to your judicial notice and do what they're supposed to do because they're in administrative court. Bam! Oh, now you don't have to prove all of that financial shit. And if, the shit, you ain't got to prove none of that. Not anymore. The court didn't take judicial notice. I mean, unless they just want to tell you they're administrative court. And we don't have to do that shit. Well, now you're getting sued for violating my due process, because if you tell me you're in fake, I'm in a judicial court. No. Even in administrative court, y'all ass have some freaking rules y'all supposed to be following. Oh, that's not the only one. Come think about it. We got one on the website for defamation, foreclosure defamation. Well, Coach, you going off I'm going up the side of the mountain. That's where we hang. Okay. Foreclosure defamation. Okay, now just slow down. Okay, so remember, all the crazy shit I did, those are things not smart people do, boxing, karate, and all that shit. Smart people don't do that shit. Smart people don't get run over by those big ass dudes from Nebraska in 80 and 81. Okay. Judicial notice. Oh, this is like now the due process is based around the fact that the court didn't act like a judicial court, like they're saying they're supposed to act. Well, they don't want people to know that. Oh, damn. Okay, so the defamation. Okay, when they reported that you were in default before they got a judgment, bam, they defamed you. End of the story. It's a wrap. Done. Defamation, they defamed you. Okay, so these guys piss me off, and then I just like to come up with different ways to kick their ass that ain't arguing all this stupid shit. So why don't we focus more on the shit they're actually doing to you to get you here, not what they did over there in their program. Oh, the judicial notice. And then we got defamation for foreclosure, and the defamation could also be made the same thing for credit cards, for school loans, all of that stuff. They are already coming after you. They don't have no judgment for none of that shit. Could it be so simple? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Gavadia. If you're willing to do whatever it takes. I had to go let my dog out. I have a new dog. Her name is Lily, Legal Lily. And I think she's chilling in there now, so I don't hear her. She's been doing a good job of getting on the program. Like I said, neither one of us got stuck in the freezer. Okay, and I was talking to some of my friends at the restaurant, and some people in the next with us. Yeah, and my friend said, "Get stuck in the freezer." Yeah, oh, she loves it. What do you mean? Well, I just tell her all the time, Lily, freezer, freezer, and I give her a treat. And she's happy. Freezer, bam, she's ready for that treat with some peanut butter on it. I'm all right, so I can only get her in the freezer one time. Okay, never mind. Lily's she's not in the freezer. Okay, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have her in the freezer on the day that I'm admitting it in the live stream. Okay, I'm not that crazy. Okay, sorry. I need to straighten out. And thank you guys for coming to the stream tonight. Yeah, I was hoping Cantor would show up. I knew he wouldn't because he's a coward. I'm pretty sure of that. Or he would have told me his name and all that. He didn't want. I'm not giving you my personal information. Yeah, I did. So. You want me to take you halfway serious, and you ain't even willing to give me your personal information. Okay, well, I don't need your personal information because I already know who your ass is. I already know who your ass is. It ain't my first rodeo. And I only generally piss off one person at a time. I might need to change. I might need to step up on. But I do custom projects now. And usually I'll try to stick to a couple a month or something, depending on how they go. And that custom project involves me doing the paperwork, and then I email it to all of them and all of the other people from the court, whatever, and then you guys go down and sign it, and then I respond if they have any kind of weight or whatever, and then any responses after that are $75. But you have to keep up with everything and let me know. And that's how we do that. And we have several of them that we've done, and we ended up with brand new packages. We have a package now for a landlord-tenant situation that don't have anything to do with foreclosure. Yeah, I got some good people that so we put that deal. We roll without limitations. So they pay me for a custom deal, and we figured out. It turns out, oh Lord have mercy, I usually never really went down, but I went down that road, and their whole process is jacked up too. And I outlined all that stuff in the lawsuit for the landlord-tenant eviction situation that it ain't connected to the foreclosure. Like they want to go ahead and shut me down, I'll bring it. I'm teach everybody how to kick all y'all asses. Oh, so then I got old man. His name is Earl. He's actually older than me, so that's why I call him old man. I don't want to take him on in the ring. Okay, and he's been working since 1976. 1976. I was young. I was younger. And now he's about ready to retire. And the IRS is jumping up in his face, talking about he owes them $52,816 for income tax, back income tax. No, we have a lawsuit for that. Income tax is voluntary and it's total bullshit. And people think the W-2 form, the W-4, the 1099, all that shit is IRS. No, that shit's not IRS forms. That shit is corporate forms to hook your ass up with the IRS. The IRS claims to be part of the Treasury. But if you go to the Treasury website and look on the IRS ass, ain't nowhere on there. The IRS is a corporation just like Walmart, just like the federal government. It's a corporation, and they don't have the right to be taking anybody's income tax money or any of their shit. So we got a lawsuit for that too. Then I got a young man that had an eminent domain situation where they were trying to take his property. Well, he was already renting to him, and then it was time to renew the contract, and he found out that he had been getting screwed for the whole time, and they should have been paying him way more. So he changed the shit, and they said, well, the hell with that. We're just going to take it from you, and we're going to give you less. Commercial break. They're still trying. The dude still got his property. Intimate domain. Yeah, so we, then we helped Jesse get out of jail in Richmond, Texas. And we got to show videos on that. And it turns out that Julia Keck, the alleged prosecutor that was going after him for stupid shit, was not, she was shown as intern on their website. So I screenshotted and saved it because I know they're going to try and change it. So I let them know that I screenshotted it so they wouldn't waste their time. I sent them a copy of the screenshot in email. So Jesse got out. So they was trying to jam Jesse up on a state level because he wouldn't kiss their ass and do whatever the fuck they wanted, whatever it is what they wanted to do. So they're trying to make him take a mental evaluation. So he wasn't having it. And so he didn't go. And then in the meantime, something happened and he decided he got some money and decided he was gonna, he was gonna invest in a custom package. So and so he did. And so I put together his RICO lawsuit that he needed. I put together his preservation of documentation that you would use when you bring the RICO to the table. You use your preservation of evidence document to force the sheriff to seize all their shit connected with your stuff. So he sent that shit in overnight. He filed it or whatever electronic, and the next day, he went down there and he was a little nervous about it. I told him, you got to go down there because there's already a bench warrant for your ass. So it's better off going down there facing that shit in their ring than have them run into your house or grab and nab your ass at work or something to make you look more stupid, So he went down there, and then he called me, and then he hung up, and then he started texting me, and he said they wouldn't let him talk, but he has his phone to communicate with me. And so he was texting me. And he's like, dude, these people are so scared. So I emailed them a copy of everything. And I sent it from my email address. And I was talking shit in it. Okay, I ain't even going to lie. I was talking shit in it. But I also looked up the prosecutor's shit. This is part of what I do. Okay, I don't go in with, I know everything. We looked up the prosecutor. She had 5 aliases. And then I figured out which one was connected to a property and then where a property were. And so her address and everything. So we had her real address and her shit all right on the, she was. Okay, so when Jesse went down there, he's standing there texting me on his phone and he's telling me, Coach, they're going to arrest me, whatever. I'm like, dude, you already filed your shit. You got to file that copy. They're still going to go through that shit. And he texted me and said, they told me, well, that ain't how it works. Oh, I said, well, who handcuffed you? So he told me the name. And I said, well, ask them to spell it. So he asked them and he spelled the name. And I was already sitting at the control tower because I knew there was going to be some shit. And then I already had the supplemental pleading ready. So I knew we were going to ask somebody. Supplemental pleading is how you make changes to your stuff without asking for leave a court or doing whatever. So I made supplemental pleading and I made a change. And the dude that handcuffed him, we add his ass right to the fire. And bam, hit it, turned into a PDF. Bam, sent it right over to him. I told him you might tell him that this dude handcuffed you is going to go get his supervisor because we just added him to the $200 million RICO claim. So, and then he said, "Yeah, did you get the email?" And they was opening it up. Oh yeah, but they went ahead and they arrested him. And then the next day he called me. And he's like, "Yeah, coach, I'm hanging out in this resort." I'm like, "Dude, did you do what I said?" "Yeah." Okay, so if you got people you want to get out of jail, you just tell them, okay, to mention on the phone that they need to go to winningcourtnow.com and get the phone number and call Coach. You need to get a lawsuit package and call Coach Neighbors, get to sue the prosecutor package. Okay, so if you're the first one that's telling your people that, and then you want to make, because they're recording all that shit. So then you want to tell them too, you guys make sure that all y'all, here's winningcourtnow.com, winningcourtnow. Everybody on the phone saying that shit, oh, they're going to be wanting to get, yeah. So they got mad at Jesse and they jammed up his phone. And so then I called down there in bitch down just because I was having so much fun. Okay, so the next day, Jesse said he was going to let him out, but he couldn't catch up with his girl to get the bail, whatever. I was like, dude, just give me a dude number. It's already set up. I just called him up and, I'll pay $200 and you can pay me back. It's like $9,000 when you get out, you start laughing. So I paid the bail bondsman and he said the next morning they had an emergency hearing. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I didn't get no email about no emergency hearing shit. What the hell? And he was laughing. I said, well, what? He said they put, the prosecutor was really mad. She was almost like about to cry. And she put a restraining order out on both of us. I go, hell no. No, she didn't put no restraining order on my ass. Oh, hell no. I was like, what the hell? I'm in Kansas. What the hell I got to do? Oh, she put a restraining order out that I could not email her? Shit. I email her ass right now. Dude, you can't restrain me from emailing your ass. Okay, why don't you stop violating people's shit? And we got a lawsuit against your ass. And you restrain me. Right? Anyway, so yeah, they let him out. Now they was in a hurry to get that man out, and then it was funny because the next day he called me laughing again. I'm like, okay, man, you laughing like you were laughing when you were locked up. I know you ain't locked up again. No, coach. I said, what's so funny? He's like, they just called me and they texted me. They want me to come back and get fitted for an ankle bracelet. They forgot to give him an ankle bracelet. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Why didn't they call me? Because I'm illegal. I was still laughing. I said, well, did you tell him what I know you told him? He said, yeah, coach. I told him they can come arrest me again. Oh, they could come and arrest my ass again because I ain't going back down there for no damn ankle bracelet. Are you kidding me right now? The whole process, they get you to agree through acquiescence or fear or fearly acquiescence. And seriously, sign right here. Put this on, sign right here. Here's these orange clothes, sign right here. Put your shit in this bag, sign right here, bend the hell over, sign right here. Sorry, I'm just keeping it real. Okay, sorry. That was a little real. Sign right here. Yeah, fake Article 3 court. It's not, Justin, it's not a fake Article 3 court. It's a real administrative court. Let me explain. That's what an attorney is trying to tell me when I was busting their chops. They don't have a license. Let me know the state. Let me explain this. Pick out a state and I'll explain it. I said, dude, go to hell. Okay, I ain't got time for this shit. Just send me a picture of your license and practice law, and that'll be a wrap. I ain't got to be doing all this shit. Who got time for that shit? I know you got time for it, okay? Because I'm thinking what I'm doing is costing you some customers, like your ass did, like you ass did us when you know. Okay, but 9 days, we're back up and running. I got 35, 42 videos, until 10 more, just 52, maybe 52 now. Yeah, jamming up Cantor Law. And, funny thing is, okay, I'm thinking is there investigators following me around and shit, trying to be there if I'm going to drink and drive or something, which I never do. I mean, people are stupid. Okay, no, no. Free punches? No free punches over here, baby. No. Okay, but so I did a live stream yesterday, and the last video I did about Cantor Law, I did it from the homepage of their hunting property, their retreat land, the Cantor retreat land, whatever. And I said in the video, yeah, my people, by the time this is over, by the time I get done, by the time we get done, then I think all my people should have access to go hunting or fishing or retreating or whatever on that nice property. Okay. And so I also mentioned yesterday that if I disappear, y'all ask me to go find me on Cantor land. Okay. On Cantor and that big ass, and y'all know, because they the maddest right now, and they gonna still be mad for a minute, and then they ain't happy about sue the bar. Yeah, so the dude kept pissing me off, leaving posts and shit. So every time to do that shit, it just pissed me off. And when I wake up in the morning, I got a new idea. Sometimes I have a new idea right there. So I put together a lawsuit to sue the bar association, state or federal, no matter. I just leave it open and let them pick, because if they got to pick, they just jack themselves up because they didn't object to the other. So we move, bam, straight to default judgment. Thank you. Sue the bar association. So I stuck that in the attorney's face, the prosecutor's face, the other day to see what. Oh no, they had nothing. I'm like, okay, dude, what happens when you sue the bar association? What happens to your case when you actually sue the bar association? What happens to your case when you sue the bar? What happens to your case if you sue the bar association, which is a corporation, and you force them to take that damn license back and give it to you? Oh, could the attorney get kicked out of the bar association if the fire is too hot? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not that smart. Okay? I'm not that smart. what happened to your case when you sue the Bar Association? Okay. Yeah, he still ain't answered. But I have more questions. Okay, so what happens to the judge that's sitting, that's jacking with you on your case when you sue the Bar Association? Bam, bam. I don't know. That's yeah. Or maybe we do the thing right here. Bam, and it just pressure points, baby. Pressure points. Here. What happens to the judge that's giving your shit away when you sue the Bar Association? I don't know. What happens when you sue the Bar Association? Let's just cut to the chase, guys. Bam. Let's go. What happens when you sue the bar for RICO, misrepresentation, fraudulent concealment, violation of your due process? The Tucker's Act. The Tucker's Act is a federal law that prevents those that removes their alleged qualified immunity when they violate the Fifth Amendment of and the Fourth. And then there's Foreign Agent Registration Act. It's also a federal law that requires foreign agents to register and do all this shit, but they don't. What happens when you sue the Bar Association? Does the judge have to go sit the hell down? I don't know. Cantor law, let's go, baby. Come on. You want to talk shit, start some trouble? Oh, it's on now. What happened when you sue the Bar Association? I'm going to take my time. It's getting, he might come running around the corner there. What happens when you sue the Bar Association? Huh? Somebody help me out because I don't know. I'm not that smart. What happens when you sue the Bar Association? Okay, what happened if you got somebody in jail that you like to get home because they didn't hurt anybody or damage anybody's property, and you sue the Bar Association? What happens? What happens to the prosecutor? What happens to the judge? What happens to all of them when you sue the Bar Association? Oh, I don't know. What I do know is that I'm ready to go after them for forcing me into the mental evaluation and all of that. But I got to make a change over here, right there. I didn't know where the hell that. I got to add the Bar Association on there. Shit. Oh. Oh. We don't roll with limitations around here. What else when you sue the Bar Association? Do your troubles go away? Who wants to do that? Who wants to sue? There's a number right there. Okay. I need at least 5 people that want to sue the Bar Association. Okay. That package is $900. Okay. But it ain't going to be for the people that want to sue the Bar Association. So if you were thinking about getting in the 42 package or whatever, maybe you might want to get this one. Maybe you get the 42 package. Well, I don't know. I need somebody to sue because I'm about to sue the ass myself. No, I'm talking about the ones over there. I already got these lined out. I just need to put them on the paper. Mm-hmm. What happens when you sue the Bar Association? I don't know. I'm thinking it's sue the Bar Association. How would they handle that? Cantor, come, dude. Where you at, man? I'm here. I got people right here. We got questions and shit, and we don't have nobody from the Bar Association to come and answer our questions because all y'all coward asses are hiding out or something. I know. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'm gonna have another live stream tomorrow, Cantor. I know your ass are listening because you've been okay. So when I mentioned where y'all need to find me at if I disappear, all of a sudden the assholes following me backed way off. They stopped charging up behind me, cutting in front of me. Y'all just keep doing like you was doing, because I'm fine with that. Okay, I grew up in this dark skin. It ain't the first time the government, I got hauled off to jail out of my house about 7 or 8 freaking times. And so, I got my packet. Okay, but when y'all come, 913-240-0222, y'all gonna hit my ass up on the phone and let me know before y'all get out in the front yard. Okay, and then I'll just wait for y'all ass outside. Y'all ass ain't coming in my house. Okay, and if y'all want to do the same stupid shit like you did last time, that's fine too. Okay, because I know if you knock, it don't sound like that, but if you beat on my door, it's because your ass don't have a warrant. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave you out there until I need something. Toilet paper. I got a freezer full of food and just me and Lily here, so I think I can hold out in here for quite a while. I hold out. It'll be time to go to the bar and have dinner and shit, and have a drink. I would come out, I guess, maybe. I don't know. But that's kind of, so, it ain't nothing like, but, I'm going to have a lawsuit filed anyway. So since I get a little extra time, and I'm still getting caught up from being behind, from being down 9 days last month because of the people that hacked my website. But, you didn't hear me whining. You did not hear me whining. We spent our time figuring out who it was. And how did we figure it out? Well, when they hacked the website, they put different URLs in all of the fields. So you check out, you went to the tire store down the street or whatever. But you know what? When you do your own digital marketing, okay, you learn one thing. If you learn anything, 87% of the people shopping are shopping from the cell phone. Mm-hmm. So that field in my website, that's accepting those people's cell phone, that's the URL that I need. And that URL went to Cantor Law. Mm-hmm. But they're dumbasses because my people can't afford their fancy ass shit getting ripped off and jacked. But it ain't about that. It's about punching me in the face and getting my stuff. So now it's about me punching them back in the face and teaching y'all how to get their stuff, because I don't want that shit. I just want to punch them in the face. And he needs to understand, to stop whining, and he needs to understand that I'm not punching him in the face to get him to apologize or pay for, I'm punching him in the face for as long as I have time to do that, and I make time for these situations. I'm punching him in the face because I want his buddies, all of them, to see what they're going to be facing when they want to hop their ass up and screw with me. So that's where we're at with that. It ain't got nothing to do with you, Cantor. Don't take your ass whooping personally. But you just, when you mess with people that's willing to do whatever it takes, okay, but see, I ain't got to be sketchy because I can figure out a way to do this shit without being sketchy. I ain't got to be sketchy. And I'm going to tell you I'm coming. And I did. And I'm here. And I'm still coming because I'm going to make videos out of this and chop them up. Pretty soon, my video is going to all pull up right underneath your website, butthead. How about that? And if you think I don't know what I'm talking about, go to my YouTube channel, okay, and then do your search for Judge Annie T. Kristoff. She's a federal judge in Tennessee that was jacking with Tammy, and then she ended up. What ended up happening was my videos pulled up underneath her picture and the federal website in Tennessee, and the metadata, which is the words that you see before you click on it. That metadata lets you know the value for clicking on it. The metadata said, Judge Annie T. Kristoff is being sued for assisting fellow bar member. Bam! Oh yeah. So I screenshot that bad boy, and then we made another video, and then I sent it over to them because I like to email when I get paid for a custom project. I like to send those emails right over to them that I make. And they were really grumpy, and so about 3 days later, my friend Carrie tried to find it again, and she couldn't find it. They covered it up. She went back 17 pages, and she couldn't find it. So I made another video, and I posted it. Yep, and I showed all those empty pages where they just covered it with the stuff. And then I said, but if anybody want to see it, here it is. And I had it open from the middle of the screen. Boop, bam. I had a transition from the middle of the screen. That's the way we roll. I'm sure they weren't happy about that. But, they already have a program to try to cover all that stuff up. So they ain't used to getting punched in the face for real. Yep, the judge is not going to provide a finding of facts. In order for you to have it in a judicial setting, the judge will provide a finding of facts and a conclusions of law. Both of those two things are the things that you need to be able to do an appeal. Now, we don't give a shit about that because we're not doing no appeal. We're just making a point here, okay? No judge is going to do that. People aren't worried about it. You can kick the judge ass easy right there with that. Thank you, and you're welcome. Yeah, I got sent back to the paralegal school at Butler, North Carolina Federal Medical Facility. Oh. Okay, Rosa. Yeah, I slipped it out because I was excited for you. That's pretty cool that you had. So if I remember, I think you're in Florida, but I don't remember. It's been a while. But that's pretty cool. You made them go sit down 6 months down the road. So you need to email me. So you need to get that package, the fraudulent conveyance lawsuit package, and cloud your title. So you don't have to worry about them coming back. And then do the same thing with all of your family members. Call out all of their titles. Just remember to copy and paste it in your Word. Don't put your information. Save the original clean so other people can use it. Yeah, you need to get that done. So you don't have to worry about, I would still make them get you your deed, but getting that done in my head would allow me to relax a little bit. I mean, I'm sure you can, and the thing is too, they have so many people that give up and, that are scared or whatever. They don't have time for people that are struggling and fighting like you. You know, they don't have time for superheroes that come to the table willing to do whatever it takes. So when you throw that on the table, they keep looking back and you're like, I'm missing. I could be over there, you know. And at some point in time, they don't even want to bother with you. But you need to cover your ass. And I would cloud the title, and I would go down there and you know, I would contact the judge, and just what I would do first is write letters to the judge like they did you when you started kicking their ass and they tried to get you to kick your own ass without having the shit sent through the court. And then let the judge know what the hell's going on, and that, you know, the legal team said that whatever. And, you know, you just like to handle this discreet because, you know, these other people ain't all stepping up, doing anything or whatever. So you ain't really looking out for them, you know, but you are looking out for your family. But so, I don't think the judge will ask you that as a check down. Because more likely than not, they're all going to come in there behind you at some point in time to get their shit removed out of their office too. And then they'll be sent. Rosa sent me. The mafia lady that got tired of getting pushed around. And then having your family kicked out on the street. Oh, they think it's funny. Well, I don't think the people that was going to Rosa, I think it's funny. I don't think they think it's funny anymore, but I'm sure they think it's funny for some other people that they've been jacking over. Oh, well, you know, as a coach, I'm going to say, hopefully, you're suing the bar association before you get in their court facility. But you know, you can do it afterwards. You can do it anytime. I would do it anytime. Sue the bar association. Oh, I don't know which one of the voices came out with that, but you know, I think that's pretty hot. And I got the lawsuit already put together. And I'm about to just add it to my stuff too. So I want to sue the bar association too, because and the prosecutors Tara D. Moorhead and Marietta Parker out of Wyandotte County, Kansas, all have been disbarred, and I hope they get some freaking but you know, some jail time. But you know, I ain't trying to get hung up on that because. You know, y'all heard my song when this started. I need some money. Oh, I need some money. I don't know what services. I didn't know what you mean there, man. But usually, if you're suing them, okay. So I use peoplelooker.com. If I think that's what you mean. I use that to look up these people and look up all the information. And when I look their names up, there's a judge in California, and she's operating under alias name as judge, taking people's properties. And when I look their names up, you know, if the name, you know, I mean, everybody has something. Now, a federal judge, you ain't gonna find shit on a federal judge. So you wouldn't even go there. Or a federal prosecutor is real complicated. But on state level, you know, the shit's right there. And you can pull it up. You can see what properties they own. And you can usually find their LLCs. I do a search of the name, front and back, and then I check the aliases. And if I can't find the name, it generally will point you to an alias. and then I just write that shit down, and then, or I copy and paste it so I can keep it. And then when you get done doing the email, when you get done doing the phone number, when you get done doing it usually takes you all back to the same alias if that's where you started out at. And when you jump over here to the other side, the right name pops up, and you know that's the right name because the H connects, because the state where they lived or whatever, all that should connect, because the emails connect. See, it takes some time, especially if they're dirty. It takes a little time, but boy, you talk about value in your document that you punching their ass in the face with. When you come to the table with all that information that they don't want everybody to know, totally freak out. This could go away. Maybe. Okay. I'm gonna check out here, guys, and go get something to eat, because I'm getting hungry. I need to check on my dog to make sure she's not in the freezer. Okay. Thank you guys for the value, sharing your time. Bam. So you guys are calling me tonight or call me tomorrow if you need something. Okay, because I got deals going on until while we still in this month, because I'm still suffering from the people jamming me up and shutting me down for 9 days. So if you need something, call me. There's a number across the screen. And if you're here tonight and you need something, then I'm gonna take another dime off. Okay, 2 dimes, 20 cents, 30 cents. Later.